We all know that feeling, right? That knot in your stomach we call anxiety. But what if the very thing we do to deal with it is actually making it a whole lot worse? Well, today we're going to dig into the one habit we think is protecting us, but is actually the thing that's feeding our anxiety. Let's dive into the avoidance trap. I mean, think about it for a sec. That email that just makes your stomach drop, that really tough conversation you know you have to have. Your heart starts pounding, your palms get a little sweaty, and that voice in your head just screams, nope, not today, I'll get to it tomorrow. Does that sound at all familiar? So you hit delete or you send that text saying you can't make it, and boom. Instantly, you feel this wave of relief wash over you. Pressure's off, you feel safe. But here's the thing we have to get straight. That feeling of relief, it's a complete and total lie. And that lie, well, that's your entry ticket into this incredibly powerful psychological loop. It's what experts call the avoidance trap. And honestly, it's a pattern that shows up in almost every single anxiety disorder. So let's break down exactly how this thing works. It really is a vicious cycle. You face something that makes you anxious. You dodge it. You get that quick hit of feeling better. But what's really happening is that relief is teaching your brain a powerful but completely wrong lesson. That avoidance is the answer. And that just makes the anxiety come back even stronger next time. So here's the central paradox, right? We think we're using avoidance like this shield to protect ourselves from feeling bad. But in reality, we're not blocking the danger at all. We're just pouring gasoline on the fire. Avoidance isn't a shield. It's literally the fuel that anxiety needs to survive. So why does this trap work so well on us? I mean, why does something that feels so right in the moment turn out to be so bad for us in the long run? Well, it all comes down to how our own survival instincts can get completely tricked. Okay, so deep down in the most ancient part of your brain, you've got this super evolved alarm system. It's called the amygdala, and its only job is to scream danger to keep you safe. When it senses a threat, and it doesn't care if it's a tiger in the bushes or just a stressful presentation at work, it sounds the alarm, triggering that classic fight, flight, or freeze response. Now just watch how this plays out, because it creates this powerful little learning loop. Step 1, you face the stressor. Step 2, you choose to avoid it. That is the flight response in action. Step 3, you immediately feel better as your whole nervous system just calms down. And this little sequence right here teaches your brain a very simple but dangerous equation. Avoidance equals safety. And here's the real problem. You never gave your brain a chance to figure out that the threat wasn't actually going to hurt you. By running away, you accidentally confirmed to your amygdala that, yep, that situation was incredibly dangerous. So guess what happens next time? The alarm bells are going to ring even louder. And this is the devastating long-term cost of it all. To keep that fleeting feeling of safety, you just start avoiding more and more things. That party, that job application, that phone call. And slowly, without you even realizing it, your entire world just starts to shrink. Okay, so that's the problem. And it's a powerful trap, for sure. But the good news is there are proven clinical tools to take it apart piece by piece. A lot of these are the cornerstones of super effective therapies like cognitive behavioral therapy. We're going to cover 3 key strategies to help you break free. Let's think of these as 3 powerful fire extinguishers, right? Each one designed to put out that anxiety fire that avoidance has been fueling for so long. The first tool is called graded exposure. Look, you don't overcome a fear of water by jumping straight into the deep end. You start by just dipping your toes in. And it's exactly the same with anxiety. You start with a tiny, slightly uncomfortable step, and you just stay with it until your brain gets bored and realizes, hey, wait a minute, I'm actually okay. This is how you build your coping muscle. All right, next up, thought checks. You see, anxiety is a master fortune teller. It's constantly predicting disaster. Your job is to stop being a believer and start being a scientist. Instead of just buying into the scary story, you're going to start looking for the cold, hard facts. So when that anxious thought pops into your head, this is going to be a total disaster, the scientist in you steps in and asks questions. Okay, what's the actual evidence for that? Has this happened every single time before? Is this a fact, or is this just a feeling? This is how you separate reality from the story your anxiety is telling. And our third tool is uncertainty practice. See, at its core, anxiety absolutely hates the unknown. It wants 100% guarantee that everything's going to be okay. This tool helps you shift your mindset from a panicked, what if, to a confident, even if, I can handle it. It's all about building trust in your own ability to navigate whatever comes your way.
Okay, so we've got the tools, but how do you actually start? Because knowing this stuff is one thing, but doing it is a whole other ballgame. Let's boil all of this down into a simple, concrete plan you can start today.
Here it is, 3 super simple first steps. 1, brain dump. Just get it all out of your head and onto paper. Every single thing you're worried about. 2, pick one. Look at that list and circle just one thing that you have some control over. 3, take a micro step. Do the absolute smallest possible action on that one thing. I mean, if it's a huge project, your micro step is just opening a blank document. That tiny action breaks the cycle and starts building momentum. Just remember this, anxiety isn't a sign of weakness, it's just a sign that your brain's alarm system is working overtime trying to protect you. But you are the captain of the ship. You get to decide where it goes, not the alarm bells ringing down in the engine room. So I'll leave you with this thought. Your safe zone is a comfortable place, for sure, but nothing ever grows there. The goal isn't to get rid of anxiety completely. It's just to prove to yourself, one tiny step at a time, that you are so much more capable than you think. So, what's the one small step you're willing to take today?